The story of Islam's rise in Turkey is a remarkable journey that intertwines faith, culture, politics, and the evolution of an entire civilization. Turkey, as the bridge between Asia and Europe, has played an indispensable role in the history of Islam, making its rise in this region an extraordinary event that reshaped the landscape of world history. To understand the rise of Islam in Turkey, we must go back in time to explore the origins, the spread, the conflicts, and the ultimate establishment of Islam as the dominant faith in the region. Welcome to Informative Channel. Today, we'll explore the rise of Islam in Turkey, a journey that spans centuries, from the early spread of Islam in Anatolia to the establishment of the Ottoman Empire and its lasting impact on Turkish society. Stay with us as we uncover the rich history, key events, and cultural transformations that shaped Turkey's Islamic identity. Before the advent of Islam, Anatolia, the land that comprises modern-day Turkey, was home to diverse civilizations, including the Hittites, Greeks, Romans, and Byzantines. Christianity was the dominant faith in the region under Roman and Byzantine rule. However, with the rise of Islam in the 7th century and the rapid expansion of Muslim empires, Anatolia became a prime target for conquest. The first significant interaction between Islam and Anatolia occurred during the Arab-Byzantine Wars. The Umayyad and Abbasid caliphates launched multiple military campaigns against the Byzantine Empire, with some temporary incursions into Anatolia. However, it was not until the 11th century that Islam took root in this land. The turning point came with the arrival of the Seljuk Turks, a Turkic people who had embraced Islam and emerged as a powerful force in Central Asia. The Seljuks, under the leadership of Alp Arslan, decisively defeated the Byzantine army at the Battle of Manzikert in 1071. This victory opened the doors for Turkish migration into Anatolia and marked the beginning of Islam's dominance in the region. The Seljuks established the Sultanate of Rum, which became a beacon of Islamic civilization, fostering trade, science, and cultural exchange. The Seljuks built mosques, madrasas, Islamic schools, and caravanserais, ensuring the expansion of Islamic learning and governance in the region. Despite the Seljuks' success, their empire fragmented over time due to internal conflicts and external pressures from the Crusaders and the Mongols. The Mongol invasion in the 13th century dealt a significant blow to the Seljuk state, leading to the rise of smaller Turkish principalities, or beyliks, each striving to assert its dominance. Among these beyliks, one stood out, the Ottoman Beylik, founded by Osman I in the late 13th century. The Ottomans would eventually rise to become one of the most powerful Islamic empires in history. The Ottomans, under a series of ambitious and skilled rulers, gradually expanded their territories, incorporating both Muslim and non-Muslim lands. The conquest of Bursa in 1326 marked the establishment of the first Ottoman capital and set the foundation for the empire's administrative and religious structure. The Ottomans followed a policy of tolerance toward Christians and Jews while actively promoting Islam. One of their greatest strengths was their ability to integrate different communities under a well-organized system known as the millet system, which allowed religious minorities to govern their own affairs under Ottoman rule. The most significant event in the rise of Islam in Turkey was the conquest of Constantinople by Sultan Mehmed II, also known as Mehmed the Conqueror, in 1453. This event marked the end of the Byzantine Empire and the transformation of Constantinople into the heart of the Islamic world, renamed Istanbul. Mehmed II converted the iconic Hagia Sophia into a mosque, symbolizing the city's new Islamic identity. He also invited scholars, artisans, and merchants from across the Muslim world, reinforcing Istanbul's status as a major Islamic center. With the establishment of the Ottoman Empire as a dominant Islamic power, Turkey became the seat of the Caliphate, a title that the Ottomans claimed after their conquest of Mamluk Egypt in 1517. Sultan Selim I took the title of Caliph, making the Ottoman sultans not just political rulers but also spiritual leaders of the Muslim world. This solidified Turkey's role as the epicenter of Islamic authority for centuries. The peak of Islamic influence in Turkey came under the rule of Suleiman the Magnificent, 1520 to 1566. Whose reign was marked by military expansion, legal reforms, and cultural advancements. Suleiman was not only a conqueror but also a lawgiver who ensured that Islamic law, Sharia, was incorporated into the governance of the empire. Under his rule, Islamic architecture flourished, with the construction of magnificent mosques such as the Süleymaniye Mosque in Istanbul. Scholars, poets, and scientists from across the Muslim world were drawn to the Ottoman court, contributing to the intellectual and religious growth of the empire. Despite its grandeur, the Ottoman Empire eventually began to decline due to internal corruption, military stagnation, and external pressures from European powers. By the 19th century, the empire was struggling to keep up with the modern world. The Tanzimat reforms attempted to modernize the empire while maintaining its Islamic identity, but they ultimately weakened the traditional structures that had upheld Islamic governance. The final blow came after World War I, when the Ottoman Empire was dismantled, and the Republic of Turkey was established in 1923 under Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. Ataturk's reforms marked a dramatic shift in Turkey's relationship with Islam. He abolished the caliphate in 1924, secularized the state, replaced Islamic laws with a European-style legal system, and promoted a strict separation of religion and government. Islamic institutions were curtailed, Arabic script was replaced with the Latin alphabet, and religious education was heavily restricted. These reforms aimed to modernize Turkey along Western lines but also led to tensions between secularism and religious identity. Despite Ataturk's secular policies, Islam remained deeply ingrained in Turkish society. Over the decades, there were periodic revivals of Islamic influence, particularly with the rise of political movements advocating for greater religious freedom. By the late 20th and early 21st centuries, Turkey witnessed a resurgence of Islamic identity, culminating in the rise of leaders who sought to reintroduce Islamic values into governance while balancing modernization and democracy. Today, Turkey continues to navigate a delicate balance between its secular foundations and its Islamic identity. While many Turks embrace the increasing role of Islam in public life, others worry about the potential loss of the secular freedoms established by Ataturk. The country remains divided, with debates over issues such as women's rights, education policies, and religious expression shaping the political landscape. Turkey's approach to Islam also extends beyond its borders. The country has positioned itself as a leader in the Muslim world, supporting Islamic causes globally, engaging in humanitarian efforts in Muslim-majority nations, and challenging Western narratives about Islam. Turkey's soft power influence in regions such as Africa, the Balkans, and the Middle East is often carried out through religious and cultural diplomacy, including the construction of mosques, funding of religious education, and support for Islamic organizations. As Turkey moves forward, its relationship with Islam will continue to evolve. The nation's history demonstrates that Islam in Turkey is not monolithic. It has adapted to changing political, social, and economic circumstances over centuries. Whether Turkey will continue on its current trajectory or experience another shift in its religious political balance remains uncertain. However, what is clear is that Islam will remain a fundamental part of Turkey's identity, influencing its culture, politics, and international relations for generations to come. Today, Turkey stands at a crossroads, balancing its rich Islamic heritage with its modern, secular framework. While the country has embraced economic and technological advancements, Islam continues to play a significant role in shaping its cultural and social fabric. The evolution of Islam in Turkey is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the faith, reflecting its deep historical roots and its ability to navigate the changing tides of history. That brings us to the end of our discussion on the rise of Islam in Turkey. From the arrival of Islam in Anatolia to the powerful influence of the Ottoman Empire, Turkey's Islamic heritage continues to shape its culture and society. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Informative channel for more historical insights. See you in the next video.